Hello, welcome to Todd Miller TV. The subject today is, does your real estate agent need to have an office, and why do you care as a consumer if they have an office or not? There's a little debate out there. As you probably are well aware, real estate market has been hammered pretty hard over the last few years. And with prices declining, that means the revenue that the agents and the brokers have been making has been declining. So what a lot of companies decide to do is to go virtual. And what that means is they don't have a traditional office, they just have a physical address, but the physical address doesn't actually have anybody there. It just has a notice saying, hey, this is the real estate office, but you have to call a phone number actually to get people. And then you're calling somebody's cell phone, they're at home or whatever. So that's one of the models. I want to talk about the benefits of each. Now, as you're probably aware from watching our videos, the business model that I've adopted here for our company is that we have a big building, all the agents have their own private office space, and we have all our support staff and everything here. It's a one-stop, full-service operation. So, all right. So I wrote down sort of my 4 top reasons. Okay, number 1, let's say you have that agent who, like, you call them up and you want to meet to talk about you buying a property. And then what happens is they say, sure, let's meet at, like, where do you live? Let's meet somewhere near your house, maybe a Starbucks. Well, the reason they're probably saying that is not necessarily to make it convenient for you. Sometimes they don't have office space to meet you at, so they have to pick a neutral location. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but I'm just saying that that's one of the potentials. Well, the reason why we have our agents meet people in the office here is because we want them to meet the support staff that we have that are going to help with that agent with the whole process. So if you're one agent doing everything by yourself, that means you're doing all the marketing, all the offer negotiation, all the transaction coordinating, all the coordination, all the paperwork, everything on your own. So if you take 2 or 3 days off in the middle of the week and go somewhere, that work sort of stops at that point. And you don't have somebody physically in an office usually. Sometimes agents have virtual assistants, but the thing is, if you want to get a hold of that person, it's sometimes very difficult. So if you have a physical office space like here, people can just come in the front door, and then someone here in the staff can help them with whatever's going on, which is, it's very common. You get an offer on your property, you come in because you want to talk about some terms or something. The agent's not here, but you can come in and talk to the broker or talk to support staff or somebody like that. So that's one of the reasons why with our business model we have support staff, and you're going to be able to find that here. The other reason is it's good to have physical office space if you actually want to talk to the agent's broker. So all clients actually are clients of the broker. Even though the agent has you sign the paperwork and that person's your agent, the broker is ultimately responsible for. Now in a virtual office, the broker can be anywhere. They don't have to physically be here. We had a case a couple years ago where I was talking to this broker who was responsible for an agent here, and the broker was actually in New Orleans, Louisiana. He had his license here and he was technically the broker, but he wasn't physically here, so the only way to get this guy was to call him on his cell phone. And that was one of these places where they didn't have an office at all, they just had a virtual office, and the agents kind of worked out of their cars or their houses. The third reason I think it's very important to have an office is legally required to have an address. So what some people have done is they've narrowly looked at the law and said, well, it doesn't say we have to physically be there, which is the truth. So what that means is if you can go to like mailboxes, etc. or something, and just have an address there, and as long as you can physically get mail there and have a sign somewhere on the outside that says, oh, there's a real estate office physically at this address, that meets the requirement. I don't like that. I think, I like the idea of having a physical office. A legitimate company, a successful company is going to have an office space. Not just saying that successful agents don't all have offices, because that's not the case. There are some unsuccessful agents who have physical office space, and there's some successful agents who don't have office space. But by and large, successful agents have a physical presence. Unsuccessful agents don't, because they work part-time and they don't have enough business to be able to support that. And then, so those are really the 4 things. You've got to get to the support of the agent, you need office space. To get access to the broker, the legal requirement, and then successful agents. That's sort of the big deal there. So I thought I'd share that with you. That's my take on office space. What we'll do one of these days is I'll just take the camera and go through the office and introduce you to some people and sort of show you what we why we have office space and what's going on here. But I thought I'd share that with you. That's my update for today, and hope to see you on another video. Thanks.